also from the Lone Star State. He came in at 228 pounds.
Although many people found Mike Tyson and humiliated by Jake following his subpar performance against the troublesome child, the boxing community as a whole acknowledged that Paul wasn't a pretty sight to watch. One of those boxing events where the undercard receives more praise than the main event from die-hard Mike Tyson fans, making boxing fans feel bad after watching Mike Tyson lost to YouTuber turned fighter Jake Paul in a dreary heavyweight bout on Friday, making his second exit from boxing even more agonizing than his first. The 58-year-old had trouble moving throughout the fight, and in the closing rounds, Paul seemed reluctant to do too much damage to the former undisputed world heavyweight champion. I was in an attempt to harm him. He persisted in the ring. Tragically, Tyson seemed to imply following his loss that he might be persuaded to return to the sport in the future, naming Jake's brother Logan as a possible opponent. The baddest man on the planet entered the dressing room during the in-ring interview. A reporter asked him how he was feeling, and hello. The response was depressing. I'm sore. I tried to win, but it just didn't work out and didn't go as planned, so now I can't feel myself. Tyson, whose remarks have been lagging since the last press conference on Wednesday, paused and broke down into years as he acknowledged that he had no idea what lay ahead. He was also questioned about some remarks he made in the ring regarding an injury that no one was aware of. Yes, I had an injury, but I can't use that as an excuse. When questioned about his knee and the state of his legs, Tyson responded, "Iron." Mike Tyson said, "Yes, I have a habit of gnawing on my gloves." Tyson continues, "I have a biting obsession. He's the best at it ever." Paul claims in victory that he is the hardest man and that it is an honor to battle him. Tyson, I'm content. No, I'm not shocked it went that far. I knew he was a skilled fighter, and I only showed my family.
No, I knew he was a good fighter. I knew he was prepared. I came to fight.
You know, 58, a lot of people thought you shouldn't be here. A lot of people thought you'd be done and done.
31 years younger than Tyson, 180, 72, 79, 73, and 79, 73. In the meantime, Netflix's initial attempt at live combat sports had some difficult times. Many viewers complained about streaming and buffering issues both before and gave him credit for finishing the 8 rounds at 58 and earning a ton of money. But that shouldn't have happened. I guess it makes sense if it generates money. Jake is undoubtedly a clever businessman, but that was unfortunate.
I think so.
You've got more in you. Comes to mind.
Well, I don't know. Maybe his brother.
You want to fight Logan?
JJ would stated that I was upset with myself for staying up since I knew better. Tyreek Hill, who was irritated, said, "Mike gave me back my Netflix account for nothing." On X, Terrence Crawford tweeted, "I adore Mike Tyson, but they give him too much credit because he looked like garbage to prepare for so long and only land 97 punches. The entire fight is insane, and I'm just relieved he was unharmed." There.
Because yesterday it got pretty personal and heated.
That happens when you're in a fight. You get in the moment.
Hey, that was a good slap. I like that.
Stephen A. Smith of ESPN, who had interviewed Iron Mike Tyson a few weeks ago, stated that although 58 is 58 plus the legs weren't there, thank God he didn't get knocked out. Now, it's time for Jake Paul to face a top 10 fighter or hella champion. There are no more ball players, MMA strikers, or elderly men. It's time for Jake to have a real fight. He's good enough. Make it happen, the unhappy NBA legend Magic Johnson wrote. Yes, sad Smith. I cut off because I couldn't watch anymore. Even if boxing wasn't very good tonight, Andre Ward stated, "It's a powerful thing, and I appreciated it for what it was. I didn't think it would be the old Mike."
Oh, the boxer.
A very good fighter.
Do you think he deserves respect from the public?
Absolutely.
Hey, that was a good slap. I like that.
The boxing public can say, Paul says, I was scared he was trying to hurt me. I believe it's time to call out someone younger than Mike, who is a little more dangerous. Since he had left the door open for one last dance, Mike Tyson might not have realized how pathetic his performance was and how repulsive the audience found it. It depends on the circumstances, so I'm not sure if this will be the last fight. I might even fight his sibling. Logan, I'd kill you, Mike, well, Paul said, but Mike Tyson has other fans who are watching his fight. If he wants to get views from those same fans, it could be a very low turnout.
If he can win it, do I like it? No, because I love Mike Tyson. I'm just concerned about, Tyson's legacy.
Jake Paul defeated Mike Tyson in a battle that left fans unsure whether to believe it or not. The outcome immediately set off a chain reaction of reactions inside the boxing community and beyond.
Time shot there from Jake Paul, and that is what you call a turning point, folks.
Not only did a YouTuber who later became a boxer enter the ring against a heavyweight legend, but there was also a lot of heated speculation about the fight, including the age difference, rumors, and whispered conspiracies. Although the dust has barely settled, opinions about Eddie Hearn are still flying high and louder than ever. Paul's victory is bittersweet, a sight he acknowledges was difficult to witness without doubting its integrity. He told the PBD podcast immediately following the fight, "I didn't think it would happen." Although Tyson is a legend, he is only 58 years old. It seemed predetermined. People adore Jake Paul is correct, but they fail to comprehend how this relates to boxing. The strain in Hearn's voice isn't simply about the result of the fight. That's all FR said plainly. We all witnessed it. Sport has a history that shouldn't be tampered with for influence or publicity. Tyson seldom ever used force when throwing a punch. But if you're unsure, there was something in the contract that prevented Mike Tyson from going all out. But even at 58, you expect him to go for the kill in a ring with someone. He found the entire situation irritating, as it was nearly agonizing to see Tyson, one of the greatest boxers of all time, hold back. Tyson is a machine, and as we all know, Jake wouldn't be grinning as he leaves. No way Frost continued by stating that, in his view, the entire battle was not a true combat, but rather a skillfully staged piece of entertainment. Another well-known promoter, Frank Warren, was also quick to weigh in after the fight, labeling it all a circus act. According to Warren, this wasn't the best boxing. Rather, it was boxing as a spectacle, and the match shouldn't have taken place.
It's a task. It's hard to box at when you're that old, moving around the ring, throwing punches, getting punches thrown at you. But
the boxing public can say, "We respect you even if you lose," and I'm a little more dangerous. Since he had left the door open for one last dance, Mike Tyson might not have realized how pathetic his performance was and how repulsive the audience found it. It depends on the circumstances, so I'm not sure if this will be the last fight. I might even fight his sibling. Logan, I'd kill you, Mike, well, Paul said, but Mike Tyson has other fans who are watching his fight. If he wants to get views from those same fans, it could be a very low turnout. He found the entire situation irritating, as it was nearly agonizing to see Tyson, one of the greatest boxers of all time, hold back. Tyson is a machine, and as we all know, Jake wouldn't be grinning as he leaves. No way Frost continued by stating that, in his view, the entire battle was not a true combat, but rather a skillfully staged piece of entertainment. Another well-known promoter, Frank Warren, was also quick to weigh in after the fight, labeling it all a circus act. According to Warren, this wasn't the best boxing. Rather, it was boxing as a spectacle, and the match shouldn't have taken place. Having coached him in his formative years, he wasn't afraid to express his opinions about the fight and its circumstances on his podcast. It was youth versus experience. People watched to see who would prevail. According to Atlas, who is, of all places, he comes from YouTube, but Paul is smart, knows how to pick his battles and make them pay off, and after last night's victory, he's shown just how shrewd he can be. He is not here to make fun of the sport. It's similar to a football line that seems too good to be true. According to Atlas, those are...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Continue to look. I don't have any proof that this was all staged like in the WWE, but you can't blame people for thinking, because there's a lot of money up for grabs and a lot of people watching. When was the last time you saw Mike Tyson?